Is the Trump prosecutor headed to jail? Well, let's hope so. Let's hope so, because she's a snake in the grass. So let's read this from a man, Jeff Childers, who writes the COVID and Coffee pod or blog on Substack. It's on Substack. It must be bad. And Jeff Childers just freaking crushes. Love this guy. And I will put a link in the show notes so you all can partake in Jeff's thing if you want. It's all free. He does a Sunday one for paid members, and I think he charges $500 a year for paid. And I can't imagine too many people pay for that. But the other one, I don't pay for it, but the other ones are free. And I'm a big fan of Jeff and the work he's doing to fight the tyranny that's out there. So I'm just going to read this to you because it's freaking fantastic. So there's our esteemed DA in my county. I pay for her taxes. All right, it's great. Yay, I voted for her, I'm sure. I'm sure I did. I'm sure I did because free and fair. My goodness, says Jeff. 2024 continues to deliver in a heaping barrelfuls. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution ran a breaking story headline, Filing alleges improper relationship between Georgia DA Fani Willis. We'll call her Fanny Spillis, because she's spilling her beans, if you know what I'm saying. Top Trump prosecutor. Improper is one way of putting it, says old Jeffrey. Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis is infamously prosecuting President Trump along with a raft of his former election lawyers. Yesterday, one of the president's co-defendants filed a motion in a case alleging that the DA not only hired herself a love snack, that guy, she paid him six-figure salary, but also used the unfortunate young man in a sordid scheme to launder taxpayer money and luxurious gifts to herself. That's the alleged. Remember, we said allegedly there, bot. We said allegedly. I'm not saying this for sure. We don't know. To which she, no doubt, is entitled. Allegedly. All right, just FYI, we're alleging this. So let's read this. Former Trump campaign official and co-defendant Michael Roman filed the motion which asked the court to disqualify the frisky DA along with the entire Fulton County District Attorney's Office. The motion's allegations, which were at least independently reviewed by the Journal, confirmed by the Journal-Constitution, not a right-wing rag by any stretch of the imagination, included that the district attorney hired outside attorney and love interest Nathan Wade to help prosecute the case. Mr. Wade is, well, not exactly her boyfriend, but maybe more like a perk of office, or one of the DA's side hustles. According to public records, after authorization by one Fani Willis, Fulton County taxpayers paid Mr. Wade over $650,000 in the last 12 months for his services, if you know what I'm saying. He's servicing her, if you know what I'm saying. The invoices call it legal fees. But Mr. Wade has never worked on a felony RICO case before, never mind a high-profile record-sharing felony RICO case like this. Fulton County's approved rate for non-felony criminal prosecutors is only $140 an hour. All right. Wade's astronomical salary, miles over the approved rates, were not approved by the Fulton County Commissioners. And I have one. We have one Republican in there. That's it. Everyone else is just knee-deep corrupt Dems. But even they didn't get a chance to approve this, apparently, which the motion reasonably claims is unlawful. Even more ugly is Mr. Wade started working under D.A. Willis through his enhanced contract the day before he filed divorce in neighboring Cobb County. D.A. Willis is coincidentally also divorced. Yeah, I mean, of course, because she's the love shack. The motion alleges the contract payments to Wade appeared to have benefited D.A. Willis in several ways and therefore amounted to kickbacks, racketeering, and a massive conflict of interest. By all appearances, Mr. Wade has earned every penny. Talk about a dirty job. He's married, but as noted sadly and totally coincidentally, finds himself amongst a pretty ugly divorce. I wouldn't mention his divorce, privacy first, but it's relevant to the story because defendant Roman's very creative lawyer, this lady who's freaking crushing, Ashley Merchant, relied on then available documents from Mr. Wade's divorce case. Those documents probably included some unfortunate things his soon-to-be ex-wife said during moments of candid but well-justified anger about Mr. Wade. Right after attorney Ashley accused Mr. Wade's office of public divorce, accessed Mr. Wade's public divorce file down at the clerk's office in Cobb County, the judge in the divorce case coincidentally entered a sua sponte, order sealing the entire file without a motion or a hearing, which is highly irregular. And Jeff is a well-established criminal trial attorney. All right, let's see. A frantic, loud, and often angry conversation can be heard taking place. Oh, this is what he's just kind of saying. Where she's like, we got to file, we got to seal the file, we got to seal the file, see the file. But alas, all too late. I'm only guessing, but presumably based on information in the sealed divorce records, the motion alleged that Mr. Willis and Mr. Wade are involved in a sweet-sounding romantic relationship. The two romantic lawyers traveled together to Napa Valley in the free state of Florida and happily cruised the Caribbean on Norwegian and Royal Caribbean cruise lines using tickets purchased by Mr. Wade, i.e. me, my taxpayer. Fulton County paid him $650,000. He used that money to purchase cruise line stuff in which to take Miss Willis on a legal. They had to do some legal continuing ed, if you know what I'm saying. As the motion described it, D.A. Willis and Attorney Wade have been engaged in an improper clandestine personal relationship during the pendency of this case, which has resulted in the special prosecutor and in turn the district attorney profiting significantly from the prosecution at the expense of the taxpayers. Yep. Miss Merchant, the good guy here, the crusher, told the Atlanta Journal-Constitution that she can prove all her carefully considered allegations. She's sitting on some pretty explosive material that she can't share with the reporters at present, since the Wade divorce action was mysteriously sealed after she asked the clerk for copies. But she has recently asked the court to unseal the case. Online, Trump derangement types admit this is pretty damaging stuff, but of course argue that Miss Willis's private life is her own business and nobody else's. Who cares what she does with taxpayer money in her off time? At worst, it's bad judgment, but they are worried it's going to derail the Trump prosecution. And they should be. I see another Claudine Gay type situation developing. It's hard to see how D.A. Willis survives this. It'll be a fascinating story. And hopefully she'll be going to jail. I don't know what the charges would be. I hope she goes to jail. For what? I don't know. We'll be like what the guy saying Atlas Shrugged. If we can't find the criminal, we make the crime or something. I can't remember. But it's just, this whole thing's nuts, dude. Don't move to Fulton County, Georgia. I'm telling you, corrupt as the day is long, and it's too bad because there are innocent people relying on the justice system, and they're spending, and just how many unsolved murders? It's all blacks being murdered that'll never be solved because they're spending all this money and resources on this insanity. It's actually too bad, and I just feel bad. Imagine you lost your son in a shootout and there's no one to prosecute, and the guy who murdered your son is still running around there, and the DA is focused on this stupid thing. It's freaking evil. All right. We'll see ya.